So maybe about some axis, maybe about some axis say 0, it movement about y axis equal to 0, it movement about z axis equal to 0. So these are the conditions for the equilibrium of a rigid body. Now let us discuss more about this resultant of system of forces, in that particularly resultant of coplanar and concurrent forces. Means all the forces lie in a plane and all the forces are concurrent. They pass through a single point. As shown in this figure, F1, F2, F3, F4 all are lying in a plane, coplanar forces, and all the forces pass through a single point A here, through a single point A. So these are the concurrent forces. So this system of forces represents a coplanar and concurrent system of forces. Now we have to find out the resultant of this system of forces. Replace, that means we have to replace all these forces by a single force, that is resultant force R. And this R again, so instead of, you may show like this R again, let us say the same is like in terms of its components, say Rx, Ry, Rx, Ry, such that now this is our R. So let us say it is making some angle some pi here. So we have to find out the magnitude of R and direction of uh, R that it makes with the y axis, in this case pi. We have to find out magnitude of R and this direction pi. So according to the formula that we have discussed earlier, so this Rx, according to the formula, Rx equal to sigma fx and Ry is equal to sigma Fy. Then magnitude of R is equal to under root Rx square plus Ry square. Once you know this one, then at this tan pi, let's write here, tan pi is equal to, here in this case it is Rx by Ry. So if I know this Rx value, then and Ry value, substituting here in this equation, I can get the magnitude of R, and substituting here in this equation, I will get the angle pi. So we need to find out now Rx and Ry. Rx equal to sigma fx, Ry is equal to sigma fy. So this sigma fx means summation of x components of all the forces acting on a body. So that implies now we need to resolve all the forces along x and y, and then take the algebraic summation along x direction, that is sigma fx, and algebraic summation along y direction, that is sigma fy. So first let us resolve all the forces along x and y. Already now here all are inclined forces. F1 is making some angle. If already it is along x and y, then no need to resolve them. If the force is inclined, then only we need to resolve them into x component and y component. Already if the force is along either x axis or along y axis, then no need to resolve such force. So in this case all are the inclined forces. Let us resolve them. So I am going to draw directly. So for that I am going to write like this. This is the point A here. Now first let us consider F1. So F1 is making an angle theta 1 and it is in the first quadrant. So its two components are, one is this, other is this, first quadrant, right? So first quadrant components, and there anyway this angle is 90. They are the rectangular components. Now here this direction of force F1 with respect to A is away, so both the component direction also must be away. And this F1 is making an angle theta 1 with this component, that is with this component, this is making an angle theta 1, this will become cos component. That implies now this component is equal to F1 cos theta 1 and other component is F1 sin theta 1. Now come to F2. F2 is in the second quadrant, so its two components are second quadrant, right? So this one is this component and other one is this component. And here also the direction of the force F2 is away from this point A, so both its components direction must be away, something like, and so away, and here also away from this point A. Right now this F2 is making an angle theta 2 with this vertical component for this one with respect to this one. So this component will become cos. That implies this one now is the cos, so it is now F2 cos theta 2, then this is now F2 sin theta 2. In the problem, f1 and theta 1, f2 theta 2, f3 theta 3, f4 theta 4 will be given. They are the known values. Now f2 is over. Now next come to f3. So this f3 now, again it is in the third quadrant. Its components are, one is this and other one is this. And here in this case, this direction of this force f3 is away from this point, so both the components direction also must be away, like this. And this f3 is making an angle theta 3 with this component, so it will become cos component. That implies this is cos component. So in this case now it is equal to f3 cos theta 3, and the remaining is f3 sin theta 3. f3 is over. Now next come to f4. Now f4, it is in the fourth quadrant, so both the components are, one is this and the other one is this. These are the two rectangular components. In this case now f4, now the direction of this force f4 is towards the point A, so both the component direction also must be towards. Both must be towards, because f4 is towards point A, its component also must act towards point A. So then, and this f4 is making an angle theta 4 with this component, it will become cos component. That implies this is cos component, so it will become now f4 cos theta 4 and f4 sin theta 4. So this is crucial, drawing this diagram. Now we have resolved all the forces acting on the body along x and y direction, like into x component and y component, and all are shown here in this diagram. Now after completing this, now we can write this Rx. Rx is equal to sigma fx. Rx equal to sigma fx. That implies, now see, we have we should not forget any force here. If we forget to resolve any force, then we'll get wrong answers. We have to consider all the forces acting on the body and resolve them, all the forces along x and y direction, like shown here in this case. Now consider only x direction here. This f3 sin theta 3 is acting along negative x direction, so it will become minus. The direction is along negative, so it will become minus, and the magnitude is f3 sin theta 3 minus f3 sin theta 3. Now other one, this also acting along x direction, so this is minus f2 sin theta 2. And next coming to here, next is the f1, it is plus f1 cos theta 1, because this direction is along positive x direction, so it is plus f1 cos theta 1. Next here we have, it is acting along negative x direction, so it is minus, so minus f4 cos theta 4. So now this Rx equal to sigma fx means summation, algebraic sum of x components of all the forces acting on the body. So in this case we have considered now all the forces along x direction, nothing is left here. So this is Rx, so substituting the values for f1 and f2, f3, f4, and for theta 1, theta 2, theta 3, theta 4, we can get this Rx value. Next, similarly we can write for Ry. Let me write here only. So Ry, that is equal to sigma fy, let us come from this side. Now this f2 sin theta 2 is acting along positive y direction, so it is plus, so it is plus f2 cos theta 2. Next it is f1 sin theta 1 also acting along positive y direction, so it is plus f1 sin theta 1. Next f3 cos theta 3 is acting along negative y direction, so it is minus f3 cos theta 3. And f4 sin theta 4 is acting along positive y direction, so it is plus f4 sin theta 4. Now here we got Rx value, Ry value. Once you know Rx and Ry, we got into this formula. So substituting in this formula, so we get R equal to under root Rx square plus Ry square. And then substituting here, now maybe Rx, say let us say you got Rx value negative, then that implies we have to draw like this, and Ry value positive, then positive direction, then R will be something like this. And if you take this as some alpha, then tan alpha is equal to, this is tan alpha is equal to Rx by Ry. Let us say r, we don't know this actual value here, whether it is rx value is positive or negative. And so let us say other case where we got both rx value negative, ry value negative. If rx is negative, then this should be the case. This is rx, and ry also negative, so it should be downward like this. Ry negative value, right? So downward, then this will be the resultant force. And if you take this as some angle beta, then tan beta is equal to rx by ry, because simply if you bring this one to this side here, this also equal to now rx. So tan beta is equal to this rectangle triangle, this is rx by ry. So this is how we can find out the resultant of system of forces easily using the method of resolution. So now next we will try to solve some problems based on this, and we will also solve the problems on equilibrium of the this particle. Thank you.